Hey guys, welcome to Love Rehab. It is your girl Rose, and we are here. I don't know what that was flying. Hopefully, it wasn't like a bug, but maybe it was like my shadow or something. Y'all know I be tripping. As I was saying, welcome to Love Rehab. Today, our topic is going to be the art of affection, positive energy, and mental clarity. Um, and just to kind of tag back into the last video that we had, of course, y'all know I was looking really rough, really rough. But I was kind of just under the weather. I ended up going to the emergency room, and they pretty much just prescribed me with some antibiotics for a sinus infection. I'm feeling about 95% better, maybe 96, 97 some days, but it just really depends. With this weather going back and forth, it's really been a hassle to try to, you know, just stay not sick. Like, I just want to be in the bed all day, but I can't do that. You got to go to work and make money, so that's that. But I am feeling better. So for the ones that did, watch the video last week and seeing that I am better and back to the basics. It's time to get the money. So, as I was stating earlier, today's show is about the art of affection, positive energy, and mental clarity. Also, in the last video, I was telling y'all about that movie I was watching, Jacob's Ladder. It was good. Like, I had when I was doing the video here, I had paused the movie and kind of just did like a little insert on the movie, and I just had about a few minutes left in on that movie. So basically, it kind of ties into like mental clarity, and I guess the art of affection or lack of the art of affection. But for the mental clarity part, so basically, Jacob, he was a surgeon for the army, and his brother, I guess, was in the army as well, and supposedly his brother had died and in the army, and Jacob, per se, was pretty much saving his brother. And so, long story long, watching the movie, it pretty much they were living the opposite life. So Jacob was living in Isaac's life in his mind, and he's thinking that he's saving his brother, and he's also having like visions of like demons and all these people that has died over time in the act of his hands. And so it was a really thrown off movie, but I like suspenseful stuff like that. So I mean, hey, that's that on that. But to tag into the topic for today, the art of affection, positive energy, and mental clarity. What I did want to focus today is more so on the positive aspect of things. Sometimes I do know that when I do the show, I can give like both negative and positive. But today I just want to focus on strictly positive, only due to the fact of, oh my god, oh my god, okay, only due to the fact that it's a lot of negativity going on, and you just really want to keep a positive mindset, a positive energy, a positive flow about your day, about your lifestyle, about your mind, because at the end of the day, whatever you feed your mind is exactly what will reciprocate to you. So just working on more positivity. If it's negative, we have no room for that. So one thing I did want to point out is that from the art of affection, positive energy, and mental clarity, they do have a lot of things in common. They all promote self-love. They all promote self-awareness. They all promote love languages, and they also all promote happiness at the end of the day. If you have affection in your life, you're able to, one, love yourself so that you can love others, but you also have awareness of your mind, body, and soul. And you're able to pretty much present your love language and also reciprocate what love language your significant other or your child or anyone that you're around expresses. So having that art of affection definitely ties into all of those, and especially for the self-love part and happiness part, because when you have affection, you're pretty much you pretty much on the high horse, and affection doesn't always have to be, affection is, a deep hug. One thing about me and my family, we are like some deep huggers. Like, you come around our family, you gotta hug, because it's like, come in here and get some of this love, and I really appreciate that growing up, because just because I was able to, be shown affection, I'm able to, sow that same seed out here in the world, because you have a lot of people out here that really needs love, like, who's really lacking love. They haven't had a hug. They haven't had anyone tell them that they're beautiful for the day. And so those things matter. But also within the positive energy, all those things, kind of, like I said, they all have in common with the positive energy, because when you have positive energy, it's easy to love yourself. When you're in a negative mind frame, it's hard to have an act of self love, just due to the fact that your mind is so busy worried about the negative. And when you're when you focusing on negative, you're self sabotaging. So there's really not a lot of self love going on, and there's really not a lot of self awareness going on either, just due to the fact that, it might be, but in a negative sense. And when you're aware of those things, you're able to, put a positive mindset in front of it, and take care of whatever it is that is negatively affecting you. So that's something to think about. Positive energy also ties into love languages. For me, my love language is going to be physical touch and quality time. I love touching because I love to be affectionate. I love love because I am love. And so with that physical touch and that quality time, I'm able to express how it is that I'm feeling, to see, what those around me is feeling as well, especially my significant other. That quality time will definitely help, pay attention to so many things that you can be aware of with the self-love and self-awareness. And happiness, of course, ties into that. When you have a positive mind frame, it's really nothing that can really bother you. It's really nothing that can really move you besides it's really nothing that can move you besides, looking at the situation as a whole, as, you're gonna overcome it. You're gonna, become a better person at the end of the day. And the more that you look at things positive, the more they'll easily, take place. Because, you can have negative energy, or you can have negative things happen, and as long as you keep a positive mindset, those things will just flow at ease. There's really no room for like frustration or anything like that, because it's really not necessary. Okay, and then lastly, that mental clarity. So that mental clarity promotes all of these things, because self-love, of course, for one, when you have a clear mind, you're able to practice self-love, reading books, having time to yourself. That's the time of solitude is very important when it comes to mental clarity, because you have to kind of decompress and get pretty much the day off, and be able to come back to self. What is it that is important to you? What is it that you need to do to refuel yourself? And when you have a positive mental clarity, it's easier to do those things. When it comes to self-awareness, that mental clarity, you're able to know. So pretty much for me, I know when I'm about to get sick, because I pretty much know my body, and so if I wasn't know my body, I would know that when I was like kind of feeling down and out before I got sick, I would have known. Like, I had actually started taking medicine before, because, well, not medicine, but like resting more so, because for me, I felt like my body was about to start shutting down, because I'm always on the go. But lo and behold, it was starting to shut down, but it was just a simple fact that I needed to take care more of my immune more than anything. And so I was aware that something was not right, but I had to indulge in pretty much a mental clarity to kind of decompress everything. And then love languages, of course, ties into the mental clarity, of course, that helps you understand your partner per se, understand your child per se, or like I said, the people that you're dealing with on a daily basis. Having mental clarity is easier to help you deal with those people, because you know what level to meet them on when it comes to their love language. Everybody doesn't have the same love language. Everybody doesn't have to have all of them either, or one. So when it comes to the mental clarity, that's a big thing to use as far as the love languages, so you're able to know how to deal with those around you, how to treat those around you based off of their love language, and that it will actually possibly heighten the relationship as well. And then, of course, mental clarity promotes happiness. I can't stress that enough, to be quite honest, just due to the fact that when you have a clear mind, when you have a clear soul, like everything is just, you can see clearly now. It's easy to just be on a high horse and be on a good foot, and, spread your happiness and your joy, to everyone else, because you have to be that, and you don't have to be the light, but it's good to be the light. When you have the art of affection, positive energy, and mental clarity, you are pretty much a walking vessel, to help heal, those around you. Love rehab isn't always about me. I promote love rehab as a community to do these exact things, to have mental clarity, to have positive energy, but also to have, the art of affection as well. And I just wanted to, break down a few things. I'm not going to keep you all very long today. I just got through cooking some Italian meatballs. I made some like cream of mushroom sauce on top of it with some rice and green beans. And I ate a plate before I literally just started this video. That's probably why I'm kind of slurry. I would say slurry, but sluggish at the same time. But it's kind of time to wind it on down. So, not gonna keep y'all long today. Just wanted to go ahead and throw the rest of these little notes out to y'all, and just see how y'all feel about these things. And so one of my notes was the 5 reasons why it's important to have affection. These are things that we may not find essential at the moment, based off of a physical, but in all, a mental, and soulful for sure, and spiritual per se. These things are essential. So, one, it can lower your blood pressure. Cuddling, hugging, those, you give someone a big hug and you just squeeze them real tight and kind of just release, you're releasing that pressure from being tensed up. You're letting that blood flow. You're pretty much putting your love on someone else, so they'll be able to, help heal it all at the same time. It reduces stress hormones as well. I do know that cuddling is a sense of decreasing stress, anxiety, and depression. I think this lady, she's kind of like floating around the internet or whatever. She actually charges people to cuddle with them for like 30 minutes to an hour. And honestly, I think that's not a bad idea at all, because, get it how you live when it comes to getting that paper. But I think that is essential for people who pretty much wouldn't need the affection sometimes, who don't want to express that to people around them. It's convenient. The world is all about convenience. So I think that's pretty nice, to be quite honest. So kudos to her. I don't know her name, but if I find it out, I'll put the link in there. Maybe you can have her come cuddle with you or something. I'm not having nobody pay me to cuddle. I'm just gonna keep it cute on my side with what I know, okay? Also, another reason why it's important to have affection is that it lifts your energy. Having affection can definitely lift your energy, because that hug, that deep hug that you have, or that you'll get, or that you'll give, or cuddling per se. Once you remove yourself from that particular situation, you might feel a sense of ease. You might feel a little lighter, and you might feel like you want to do more. When it comes to just being a better person, pretty much, or having a better day, or having that positive energy, or having that positive mind frame. And then lastly, it increases the high satisfaction and the amount of efforts. So, say for instance, you and your partner, y'all are pretty much working hard throughout the week. You have like a long, tough week. Both of y'all are really kind of like not really feeling it, but you are both showing affection to each other still, because you feel that it's important to you. So it increases the momentum. It increases the what's the word I'm looking for? Initiative to go and do more, or to keep going. So it just pretty much creates a driving force for you to pretty much be a better person. So I love that. I got those few notes off of Pinterest. Just wanted to share that and how essential it is to have affection. Also, lastly, well, not lastly, but next, I do have how to maintain and remain positive energy. There is a, what do you call it, affirmation per se, that pretty much helps you gain your positive energy, to keep it, to to hold it, and to pretty much not let go of it. And all in all, it was a control, alt, and delete method. Control yourself, alter your thinking, and delete negativity. All of those things are essential just due to the fact that when you control yourself, you control your emotions, and that pretty much creates you a dangerous person. Not in a bad way, but in a good way. Like, I make my own choices and decisions based on how this situation will turn out. And when it comes to life and choices and decisions, we all have those. And so it depends on how you decide to choose or to decide, that will create the outcome. And that outcome could either be positive or negative. But when you have and you remain with positive energy, you're able to control yourself and have the situation turn out fine. Also, when you're altering your thinking, that kind of goes back into controlling yourself, controlling your mind, controlling your emotions, controlling how you pretty much portraying this situation, at that very moment. When you alter your thinking, you're open-minded, open-hearted. You're pretty much able to see what that other person on the other side is thinking, dealing with, or how they may react to the particular situation that you're dealing with. Okay. And then lastly, delete negativity. Negativity has no room for us in 2020. We did say last year that we're releasing every negative instance. We are removing every negative entity because we have no room for negativity. This world is made up of negativity, and we have to still remain positive at the end of the day because, you never know the impact, or you never know the impact that you'll leave on this world, to this world, on this world, to whom per se, individually, to be positive. And so if you continuously throw out negative, it's like a boomerang effect, it'll come right back to you. So who can remain positive in a situation like that? So it's just always, I just encourage that, that you, within those situations, we're trying to remain positive. You just remember that control, alt, and delete method. It'll definitely help you become a better person. It'll also change your way of thinking. It'll change the way you view things. And it'll also change your outcome as well on how things turn out, because at the end of the day, most of the time, everything, how it turns out, depends on you. And what is Love Rehab all about? Love Rehab is all about becoming your best you. Become your best self through, the art of affection, through the positive energy. And then lastly, and the importance of mental clarity is whatever it is that you feed your mind, it will digest itself right back to you. So it's really just important to gain awareness, gain that self-love, gain that self-awareness when it comes to mental clarity, so that you're able to just have a clear mind, have a sound mind, and be able to, have balance. Because at the end of the day, no matter how positive you are, no matter how much affection you no matter how much affection you have, it's easy to get off balance because there's the things that you want, the things that you need, and so sometimes it's not easy to remain positive in situations. It's not easy to have, a mental clarity. But in order to keep and have mental clarity, there are certain things that you can do, like meditation, of course, yoga, reading you can do. But I've also worked with what do you call this? These essential oils, like these diffusers. So I have one here that I use. It's not on right now, which I probably should have it on, but I'll turn it on in a minute. Those are essential because I don't know if y'all use aromatherapy or know anything about essential oils, but there's so many perks to those. And for me, for my little concoction that I like to make to help me for my mind clarity, and it also helps me sleep, and it also helps me throughout the day. I'm actually needing to pour some in this thing here before I go to bed, but My essential oil concoction is eucalyptus, lavender, and peppermint. I use those minty things, but also something soft and sensual, such as lavender, to help create a balance, to help create like that fresh energy, to kind of like revitalize myself, to kind of rehabilitate myself, to go through that love rehab for the day, so that I can be a better person and create mental clarity, but also remain positive with my energy while I show and receive love and affection. And so I just had those things for you that I thought I'd share today. Just wanted to keep it cute, keep it simple. I do have a few things coming up this week. Well, I think next week. I'm working on a few projects, so I did not do the what do you call it? I'm so sleepy, y'all. That food kind of kicking my ass. I did not do the raffle or whatever, but I do plan on having, redoing the raffle. I will let you all know the update on what's going on. I kind of just been having a lot going on with work, trying to, work on a few projects and also collabing as well. So, y'all having a full-time job, as I always say, and trying to, have your business, I'm always working on my mental clarity. I'm always working on my positive energy for sure, because sometimes it kind of can get discouraging based on, and I'm not gonna say not having the support, because I really don't need the support. It's just more so having the time. If I had the time to kind of like rest, get my mental like thoroughly clear, that 100% clarity, I would be fine. But I'm still human at the end of the day, and there's so many things that I have to work on, so many things that, I'm working on my energy around me, what I'm feeding into me, my music, when it comes to my books that I'm reading, and it comes to the food that I'm eating, shows, those things matter. So I hope that you all enjoyed the show. This topic today, I'm sorry. I hope that you all, are receiving affection, and if not, I hope that you are just at least showing the affection that you're wanting to receive, so that can ricochet and boomerang back to you. Hope that you all are out here keeping positive energy, that you are keeping the negative behind you and moving forward with life, and just remaining positive to have positive outcomes. And I also hope that you all gain and maintain mental clarity. We all know that, with the loss of Kobe Bryant, and his wife and the other passengers, his wife is going to need that mental clarity. This is something right now that she's probably not able to just cope and understand. So she's going to have to feed herself positive energy all the time. She's going to have to remember that affection that she's had from both Kobe and her, and her daughter, but also realize that the affection that she has to still give for her children she has now. Lauren London, she's having to do the same thing. And one thing I can kind of commend or like salute to Lauren London is she's out here like keeping that positive energy. She's remembering the art of affection that her and both Nipsey had, and she's also using that for her mental clarity, and helping her understand, pretty much the spirituality relationship between her and, and her mate. So I commend her for that, and I hope that Vanessa Bryan gets that energy, that positive energy, and that mental clarity to press forward and move on, because, it's gonna be hard. However, at the end of the day, it's life, and things happen, and we have to pretty much remember why. Keep that positive energy to remember why. So that's that. I need to drink me some more water, y'all. I've been thirsty like nonstop, so I've been drinking a lot of water. I'm trying to get this mental clarity going on up in here, and maybe need some Claritin to get this all uncongested. But other than that, I'm cool. I hope you all continue to have a great week. I hope that you all have a great weekend. We do have a new video coming soon, but until then, I say peace out and love and life.